which happens to be the subject of this morning, the River Region Rodeo, getting ready to get cranked up here soon. And we are live in our Prattville studios. Mike Reynolds and Jesse Lynn. Mike's side right now. Guys, what's going on?
Well, we're here, George, and how many times can you say River Region Rotary Radio Day? How many times can you say that in a row without screwing it up?
Not many.
Okay. Jesse Lynn's here, America's singing cowgirl.
That's right. Absolutely. I tell you, I've had to use that phrase more often than not here recently on cutting ads or trying to get, spotlight video ready. Shot a video this morning and I'm like, please don't let me screw this up.
It's a tongue twister for sure. All right. And also, Dr. Jamie's here.
Yeah.
And, the Eye Care Plus place is my favorite place to go and get my eyes fixed. And Dr. Crockett, you've done a good job of taking care of me for the last couple of years, and you do a great job sponsoring the rodeo as one of our great sponsors.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mike, as a member of the Prattville Rotary Club, I am ecstatic that this vision became a reality. And speaking of the name, Jesse Lynn, keep in mind that this vision was cast by Josh Pendergrass, who is trained as a Southern Baptist minister. So the fact that alliteration is part of the name should be no surprise to anyone.
None at all.
Love it. Love it.
Guys, we got a rodeo coming up in a couple of weeks. I mean, it's on top of us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a lot of folks have heard some of the media we've had going, social media, radio, and other things happening. Let's run down the schedule. Let's talk about exactly what's going to happen, and then we're going to talk about some more sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie, you want to take Friday night and I'll take Saturday?
Absolutely. So exciting weekend. Friday morning, we'll have, not open to the public, a kids rodeo where we're going to get all the children that are involved with the YMCA summer camp program to come, and they'll get to see the real cowboys and cowgirls. They'll get to see how everything works in a real live rodeo. That'll be super fun. And then Friday afternoon, the gates will open at 5:30. We will have inflatables. We're calling Friday night family night. So we want kids and to bring their parents to enjoy the rodeo. So we'll have inflatables, pop-ups, concession stands. All that will start when the gates open at 5:30, and then the rodeo action will begin right at 7:30. Try to wait till dusk so it's not blazing hot for everybody. Right. And so right at dusk, 7:30, man, that rodeo is going to kick off and fire up.
Yeah, and then Saturday night, gates are going to open again at 5:30, and I'm going to be kicking off a concert at 6 o'clock.
We're going to have a concert. Do we know who that's going to be?
Yeah, it's this girl. She's from this area. She was born and raised here. And,
lives in Booth.
Lives in Booth. Yeah, the big metropolis of Booth, and we're going to kick things off at 6 o'clock, and we are looking forward to it. Now that night is a night to bring your lawn chairs, bring your picnic blankets, and set up in front of the stage with us, sing along. We've got some new music off of a brand new album that we are working on up in Muscle Shoals, so we're going to kind of be rolling some of that music out, and we're going to try to wrap things up about 7 o'clock so we can get the radio action started at 7:30. So it's going to be a great night.
We certainly want to invite everybody to go online, get their tickets in advance. Mm-hmm. We don't want to be sold out. The participation from spectators is great, and that's what we depend on, but more importantly, we couldn't bring this big rodeo to town without sponsors.
That's right. That's right. And we have some great sponsors. I tell you, this year, I think we've seen a great outpouring from the community this year. Last year was great, but this year's going to even be better. And we've got some folks that will be highlighting throughout the morning. And we've even got some stuff for our contestants this year. So we are rolling out a new hospitality tent for our contestants and their families. So kind of being the good old Southern hospitality, bringing it to the rodeo arena. So it's going to be a great weekend.
Well, last year was my first rodeo, and we've made a big joke about that for the last year. And I was overwhelmed. I'd never really been up close. I'd seen at a distance some things going on, but up close, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We really, as I said earlier, the vision was cast, and we had an opportunity to bring that vision to fruition last year. And I think for a first-time rodeo, the River Region Rodeo set a bar that we are very proud to set. But we fully plan, like Jesse was talking about, on exceeding that bar. And we see this in the Prattville Rotary Club as an opportunity for win, win, win. We want our sponsors, who we're going to highlight all morning long, we want our sponsors to be well publicized, because these are folks in our community that are generous with their time, with their energy, with their money to help local charities. We want our contestants and our spectators to think this is the best rodeo. I'm going back to Prattville, Alabama next year because this was a top-notch rodeo. And lastly, our community is going to win, because all of the money that is raised through the River Region Rodeo goes right back into the community in the form of grants and scholarships.
Great. Yeah. Guys, we're going to talk about this for the next couple of hours.
Yes.
Jamie Lynn is here.
Jesse
Lynn.
That's okay.
Jamie Crockett, Jamie Lynn, Jesse Lynn. We're all here to help promote the River Region Rodeo, raising money for local charities right here in the Prattville community. G-Man, we got a Bronco horse, bull or something for you to ride on Friday night. You up for that?
No, and that sounds like a bunch of bull to me. 12 after 8 is your time. Check on the forecast and birthdays and Chris Stapleton and a whole lot more coming your way after we take a short time out.
The timeless lesson.
Chad Moore having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Chad. He turns 25. Debbie and Jim's grandparents tell me that Chad works for the ambulance company in Perry County. Chad, keep up the good work. Brianna Lassiter, 22. Meredith Ruth Smith, 18. Pamela Jacobs getting better. Cody Griffin, 31 today. Derek Lassiter, 36. And happy 50th wedding anniversary from Monk and Debbie Moore. We're going to draw for our lucky winner at about 8:45. Right now, got to get a news update from Jasmine Williams in the WSFA newsroom.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. The Montgomery man suspected of firing a shot that left an innocent bystander paralyzed is out of jail on bond. And the district attorney says that this shows that the bail was too low. Authorities believe 20-year-old Michael Lamar Johnson fired the shot that hit Amy Dix while she sat in her vehicle on Atlanta Highway. Money is being raised, and Auburn's head football coach is speaking out in support of an Auburn football player seriously injured in a weekend shooting in Florida. His brother died in that gunfire. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office confirming that Tommy Batee died.
Talking Rotary Rodeo Day with our friends at, of course, the River Region Rodeo. Mike Reynolds, Jesse Lynn, Mike's side this morning. Y'all jumped on a Brunken bull, yeah?
Well, we hadn't, G-Man, but we're planning on it later today. If you want to come see Jesse,
Yeah,
Lynn,
I can
ride.
get you set up, man.
We'll put you on a side saddle, or is there such thing as a side saddle? What's that?
You know, there is, but it's a little more old English style, more of in the European countries. You see that more often than you do here. There's so many different facets in the equestrian industry. You've got side saddle, you've got English saddles, you've got Western saddles, which the Western saddles, of course, are what we're going to be seeing more of at the River Region Rodeo. So, but that is a thing. However, I think G-Man would look pretty funny sitting off the side.
He wants to saddle up with you, Jesse.
Yeah, hey, we can get him covered. I got 3 horses that need to be ridden, and I got a 4-year-old that he could take out, and I don't know, he might have a good 8-second ride.
Hey, let's talk about the folks that make all this possible. The people that we depend on, the sponsors
Yes.
that support the Rotary Club and Rotary Club Rodeo Radio Day.
Yes, one thing that is crucial to any major event, as everyone knows, is the sponsors. And we've been blessed, not only just last year, but this year. The outpouring of love from this community alone has just been fantastic. Of course, you guys with Dixie Country allowing us to come and do Radio Day, take up some time on the airwaves. And our good friends at Prattville Farm Center, they're one of our Buck and Shoot sponsors. Danny with Fat Boys Barbecue is our contestant food sponsor for the hospitality tent. So we're trying to keep everything local with these great businesses. Of course, Jamie, who just left us a minute ago, his business is sponsoring. And pretty much, if this could be probably the biggest community event, this is probably going to be it.
It's going to be pretty darn strong. And, one of our great partners is Central Access.
Yes.
And I hope that Chris Montgomery drops by a little bit later. Chris is the director of sales for Central Access. That is brand new high-speed fiber
Yes.
in many of the rural areas of our coverage area, especially in Autauga, Chilton, Elmore counties,
Yep.
where the footprint for Central Alabama Electric Cooperative is.
Yes.
And we're so delighted that they have stepped up to the level that they have stepped up, along with, and I say this tongue-in-cheek,
Yes.
a law firm.
Yes.
McDowell, Shirley, Pendergrass.
Yes.
Now, the only reason they're sponsoring is because we had to have an attorney. We
Right.
just had to.
Gotta have it.
And
Gotta
David
have it.
McDowell, thankfully, is retired. But his name's still on the shingle, and Kyle Shirley and Josh Pendergrass, both great Rotarians,
Yes.
are part of that law firm, and we just truly appreciate them.
Yes, and it's amazing to see what all these sponsors do. We're great customers of Central Access. I've actually had to talk to Kyle today about something.
You got it, at your house.
Yeah, at the house, and here I am. We're going back to the community, and they're going to get some of my funds. So we might be helping reinvest in the wheel of the sponsorship that they've put out. And of course, our rodeo programs. International Paper does a great job of helping us with those and getting a good quality rodeo program. Sometimes that used to be the thing back in the day, is you wanted to get a rodeo program and have all the cowboys and cowgirls sign it. And a lot of rodeos stopped doing that over the years, but that's something that we kept last year and that we're keeping as a tradition again, and for patrons to take home. And so we encourage everybody to, get a rodeo program, stop the cowboys, cowgirls, ask them for an autograph. And, just keep in mind that program has come from International Paper right here in Autauga County.
We love International Paper. Great community partners. Also, the Alabama Army National Guard. Now, they're going to have a booth set up, and they're going to be focused on recruiting.
Yes.
The incredible benefits of joining the Alabama Army National Guard. You got to come see, because a lot of kids hadn't found direction in their lives.
That's right.
And they can come right out of school,
Yep.
sign up in the Guard, and get all kinds of crazy, incredibly good benefits.
Education, healthcare, all different types of stuff. It's really a great program to be a part of. And are they bringing the rock climbing wall?
I'm not sure what they're bringing at this point, but I know they're coming.
I would love it if they had the rock wall. That would be fun.
Great. Well, and also want to talk about True Pull trailers.
Yes.
Now, that's Justin Copeland. Mm-hmm. And folks that know Justin know that with Justin, every day is Saturday.
Yes.
He's the happiest guy I know. And they opened this business on the corner right up from our studio here, and they grew so fast they had to expand. They've got a brand new location just out Highway 31 North, out in the, the old Sykes?
Used to be Conn's Western Wear.
Conn's, not
yeah.
Sykes.
Used to be
Conn's,
Conn's Western Wear, yeah.
But great sponsors. We also just see where our buddy Keith Cantrell walked in with a bag of donuts.
Yes, the best sponsorship of the morning.
If Keith is on the premises, there's going to be good food, right?
Let me tell you, every time that I've been to the YMCA, there's always been good food provided. So, and some good drinks.
And that's where we meet for lunch, Rotary Club. Invite folks to come to Rotary Club and check us out. We may we may have a slot for you. You might want to be one of our members.
Yes, I joined right after last year's rodeo. We came and did the show, and I'm like, I want to know how can I become more involved? And so I think not too long after the rodeo, I'll be celebrating my 1-year anniversary as a Rotarian.
We're going to keep you in forever. Hey, G-Man, we got more fun stuff coming up, and the wagon that the horses pull has just arrived out front, and they've got a seat for you. You can ride shotgun.
Right. It is 8:33 as we rise and shine. Just ahead to check on your forecast in the Zach Brown Band, and we'll check in with Brenda Dennis at the Millbrook Chamber and see what's on the calendar for this week.
buddy Keith Cantrell. Hey, Keith.
Good morning. I'm just one. There's a lot of folks that run that Y.
Yeah, well, I know.
There's a lot of people that run that Y.
We're going to, David allowed me to give you all the credit.
I appreciate that.
He said,
Today.
You have the pass.
he said, as long as you keep raising money for the YMCA, you're
As
fine.
as
You're
long
good.
as I don't have his job, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. Well, guys, we got a rodeo coming up. Jesse Lynn, the last year's
Concert.
no, you did
event.
the concert last year, but
What
you
we're
were
talking
our grand marshal
I was.
last year.
Yes.
This year we've got Keith lined us up with Josh Johnson of WSFA Television Weather.
Yeah, Josh is. He's a good old Prattville guy. He loves Prattville. He's one of the most generous people with his time that I know. He will do anything for anyone. And he saved me last week with his weather forecast on the day of the Kevin Turner Golf Tournament. So I'm indebted to him at this moment.
Yes.
Well, he personally saved me when the Selma tornado came through because he over the air told me to duck.
Yeah.
It was coming at me. And I kid him. He kids me about that, but true story.
True story, yeah.
We got to talk about the folks that make this happen. That's our sponsors, the people that are so generous to help us make this rodeo happen and come to Prattville. And this is a big rodeo company. This ain't no lightweight operation. They're the oldest family-owned rodeo company in the country.
Yes, and actually this year they are celebrating their 75th year in operation. That's Lone Star Rodeo Company out of Crofton, Kentucky. Little fun fact, back when I was Miss Limestone County Sheriff's Rodeo Queen, that was my stock contractor. That is who I represented during the 2021 year. And then that is also the title that I went and carried to win Miss Rodeo USA for 2022. And, the Fowkes family and Rachel and all of them are just phenomenal to work with. And not to mention that not only is it just a family operation, but they have some of the best livestock bar none within the Southeast region. And they're a great crew. They put on a great show. And a lot of great rodeo acts. Our clown that's coming in, the announcer, our specialty act. They are just top notch. They've been to the PRCA. They've been into the big limelight spotlight. So we're bringing the heavy hitters out for this rodeo. It's going to be a pretty awesome weekend.
Keith, you lined us up with one of the best community partners, and that's Buffalo Rock.
Yeah, Buffalo Rock. They've been a great partner at the Y for a lot of years, going back 20, however many years the Bradford branch has been open, 25 years. And they are great. They love the community. They're supportive. They're generous. And I think the community has blessed them as well. So that's one of the great things about blessing each other. We bless each other. And I think that's a biblical principle.
It's a pretty darn good biblical principle.
We reap.
Yeah.
So, it's a great thing. Just a tag on what Jesse said about the rodeo. As a non-rodeo person, I'm a concrete guy. I grew up in the city. We didn't have cows and all of that stuff. I had a ball last year. My first ever rodeo. This will be this year will be my second ever rodeo. And it was amazing to me. I had no idea what to expect. It exceeded all of my expectations. Just the fun to watch families engage and have a good time. And we've got some added stuff this year hopefully with some inflatables and things like that for the kids. If you're looking for something to do that's wholesome, fun, and you don't have to worry, that's going to be the place to be on the weekend, that first weekend in June.
Well, I found out that my heart condition was good. You and I were standing together by one of those chutes that opened that made that loud clank sound as the little calf goes running out. And
Bless
the guy with
bless that calf's heart.
Yeah,
telling you.
the guy with a rope, chasing him on a horse. I grabbed my chest because it was frightful, the sound.
Yeah.
But then we got used to it, and it was so much fun.
I tell you, it's just one of those things. And last year, I kind of came out on the tail end of it, and just the stars aligned for that to happen and take part. And I've been in the rodeo industry, and I even complimented you guys with it being your first year. That was by far the best rodeo production and planning that I have ever seen as a first-year rodeo committee. So this year, I'm looking forward to it even being better and definitely more, robust. We've got a lot going on this year.
Speaking of stuff for the rodeo, one of our great partners is Prattville Farm Center.
Yes.
And they've got brand new owners. Bud Bounds is the new owner, and he's got a cute little sweet wife, and she does such a good job on the radio. But Prattville Farm Center is where a lot of these cowboys go to get their stuff, Jess.
Yeah, that's where I go to get some of my horse feed, and Bud and them have been great. And Prattville Farm Center has been a longtime supporter of me and my journey to Miss Rodeo USA. And when I walked in to talk to Bud and them, there was no question. He's like, absolutely, we're in. Let's do it. He's got plants. They've got the produce section now. They've got all types of stuff for deer hunting needs, fencing, cattle stuff. I mean, the feed, their hay. I mean, there's tons of stuff that they have added to their repertoire of feed lines and dog food. That is a big thing that they are pushing right now. If you're looking for a good premium dog food that's cheaper than Walmart, you need to go to Prattville Farm Center because they've got some incredible dog food brands right now that are just, top tier, top notch.
We're making the G-Man stay on the air a little bit longer this morning to accommodate us. We're going to have a little more time to talk next hour. But G-Man, we're really getting excited about the rodeo. I'm gonna make sure we've got a special place for you this year.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much. 7 before 9 here at Dixie Country, 98.5 and 100.1. Here's Nate Smith. 86 outside, headed for a high today near 90. Ideal for doing a little horseback riding or some bronc busting or some team roping or some bull riding. Speaking of bull, we have Mike and Jesse. Mike's side right now at our Prattville studios talking about the River Region Rodeo. Good morning, guys.
Well, I appreciate that, G-Man. We are delighted to be here. Bull riding, bronc busting, calf roping. Jesse, we do all kinds of fun stuff, including entertain great partners like James Jones.
That's right. He's sitting here to my left. It's going to be Stacy's right, just in case anyone's watching the live feed and they need some, some visualization here of how we're set up in the studio. So, yeah. How are you today?
I'm great. How about you guys?
We're doing
well,
fantastic.
We're here, and partially because of you, James. You're our landlord at our studio here. We're right next door to Jones Drugs.
Absolutely.
Which is a locally owned pharmacy in a world of big box.
I heard it's the best pharmacy in Prattville.
Somebody told me that.
Yeah.
I heard that on the radio.
I heard it through the grapevine,
Did
so
you?
you never know.
Awesome.
Social media nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we were talking off the air about the competition with insurance companies and big box stores and all this kind of stuff. And let me tell you, hometown pharmacists that know you by name as opposed to the big box stores.
Absolutely.
We don't want to throw rocks, but my pharmacist knows me by name and knows what my health situation is and knows when I get a bottle of medicine if I need to ask questions.
Not only that, man, but in the world that we live in, nobody seems to care about anybody anymore. Everything's set up on a production line to make money.
Yeah.
We operate off the old standards of when you come in my pharmacy, we care about you. I don't mean we put on a front of caring, but we actually care about you. And I tell people all the time, if you're sick and can't get to the pharmacy to get your medication, we'll bring it to you. And if you can't go to the grocery store, we'll bring you a bologna sandwich, man. But you're part of our family. You're part of our community, and we're here to take care of you in that way.
Well, we appreciate you supporting the Rotary Club for the rodeo, because without sponsors like you, we couldn't put this on and bring good stuff.
Well, that's another thing about using a locally owned business. Most locally owned businesses will promote and contribute to the local community. When you look at how much these large corporations move into our community and they take the money and send it off to some other big city or some corporate office, they never invest a dime back in the community. And that's sad, but we take a lot of pride in doing that. We support a lot of local programs, and it's just good for Prattville.
Well, we say it all the time. Big Box America and Amazon has never bought a program ad in a high school sports program.
Absolutely, and they won't. And when you approach them, they use an excuse of, well, if I do it for you, I have to do it for everybody. So right. they just suck the money up in their vacuum cleaner and send it to their corporate office.
Well, and here's what's bad is they can afford it more often than sometimes the local businesses can. However, that investment from the local business means more. That
Absolutely.
money, I feel like that money almost kind of turns over 2 to 3 times versus what the big box companies make. So,
Absolutely.
We talked about blessings earlier. I feel like that's the thing.
Absolutely, and folks like James, exemplify that. So with that being said, Jess, we got a rodeo coming up.
Yes, we do.
And I'm thinking that James Jones would fit well on one of those 8-second bulls. What do you think?
I think we might get a little jackpot bull riding going, and Mike could have we might have some fun. He owns the pharmacy, so if he gets hurt, he can get what he needs.
Well, have they got one tall enough that my feet won't drag the ground?
Hey, no, that's where you lock in underneath him and just hang on for dear life.
Don't they? What's it called? The little sheep that run around out
mutton
there?
busting.
Yeah, maybe you could do some mutton busting.
Man, I could do that as long as they don't run very fast.
Yeah.
Some of those sheep run run fast.
too.
I was like, Lord, some of those sheep are, I think, worse than the bulls.
When's the rodeo coming up for all the folks that are listening?
I tell you, June 7th and 8th, we are right around the corner. And folks, you're going to want to go ahead and get your tickets now at riverregionrodeo.org because we're expecting a great turnout. We've got some great numbers coming in for contestants. We've got 2 big rodeos happening in the Southeast that weekend, so we expect a killer turnout both nights. So you're not going to want to get to the gate and then we be sold out and be like, well, go ahead and get those tickets now. Don't wait. Go ahead and get them. All of the events we've talked about, Family Fun Night on Friday night, plus the concert is included with your ticket admission. So
Concert's on Saturday.
it is on Saturday. That's right. And the gates are going to open at 5:30 each night. So from the time we open the gates till the time it shuts down, we've got stuff rocking and rolling all weekend long.
We're so blessed to be able to partner with Prattville Christian Academy.
Yes.
We're using some property owned by the church.
Mm-hmm.
Prattville Christian is going to handle the parking for us.
Yes, they did a great job last year.
We're going to use their kitchen to prepare the hot dogs and hamburgers.
That is right.
And then, so James Jones, when he gets there, will have something to eat.
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll feed you.
We'll have the hospitality, trailer, tent, whatever, ready
And
to
that's
go.
pretty good. You know, food attracts a lot of people.
It does.
Yes,
It does,
especially
indeed.
here in the South.
That's right.
Well, James, once again, we appreciate Jones Drugs stepping up to the plate for us, helping us out. The local pharmacy that has sponsored the rodeo.
Well, you guys do a lot of great things for the community. You give back, and we believe in that. And we love to support, and it'll be a great couple of nights, I'm sure.
Yes, it's going to be great.
G-Man, when you need some pills, you need to come see Dr. James Jones. Dr. James Jones.
Well, when you get off of that horse, whether you do it voluntarily or he throws you, James, I'm sure, has all the pain meds you need, OTC and prescription too.
G-Man, we...
more with our friends at
No,
the
he cut us.
Big River Region Rodeo, and we'll check on your Dixie Country forecast and bring on a classic from the Charlie Daniels Band right after we do this.
Remember the first time you...
your smart device nearby. Go to prattvillelive.com, and you can see a live video feed of the very broadcast we're doing from our Prattville studios at this hour for River Region Rodeo. Mike, did you find a saddle?
I got a saddle, but when you talked about the video feed, you made Keith sit up straight in his chair behind his microphone. Yeah, we got Keith Cantrell from the Bradford YMCA, which is certainly a part of the overall Prattville YMCA. And we've got Jesse Lynn. George has commented that the video feed looked good, but only because Jesse Lynn is on camera.
Hey, I tried, and I'm repping the River Region Rodeo
You are
T-shirt.
doing a great job.
So
Yeah,
definitely trying to, we are going all out for it today. I'm trying to get this video to upload now that we're 2 hours into the broadcast.
That's a good job. Good job. All right, let's talk about the great folks that sponsor us. And Keith, we all have ties to these people, like Prattville Baptist Hospital. Our good friend Eric Morgan is the CEO of Prattville Baptist, and those folks do a great job as your phone goes off.
Yeah.
Of
It does all the time.
of being partners in the community.
Yeah, and Eric is one of the most humble people you'll ever know. One of the nicest people. You never know that he's the CEO of a hospital because he's just Eric. But I personally have spent a few days in Prattville Baptist Hospital several years ago.
In the psych ward.
It was in the psych ward, but they've since closed that department.
Yeah.
No, but the care you get at Prattville, and to have that in our community, what a blessing. That you don't have to go across the river
Right.
to get everything done anymore. Prattville, as it continues to grow and as Prattville Baptist continues to expand, there's just more and more things going on there, and you can get taken care of right here in town.
Eric's a Rotarian.
Eric is a Rotarian.
And another Rotarian is Randy Grissett. Randy happens to be one of the head honchos, and they give away free money all the time at Prattville or at Riverbank and Trust.
Yeah, Randy tells you he's one of the head honchos.
Yeah.
Jimmy Stubbs would probably differ with that. He'd probably think he's
Jimmy's not listening this morning. He's playing golf.
Yeah.
But yeah, Riverbank, what a great community partner Riverbank is. They local again. We talked about local earlier. How important local is. A local bank that knows their people. It's like you just go in and they know you by name. And what a great way to do business.
Today and today only, a rodeo Rotary Club special. If you go borrow some money from Prattville Bank, see Randy Grissett and ask him about the minus 5% deal. That is, they'll pay you 5% if you come borrow money from them. But just ask Randy and see if that's in fact the case.
I mean, I heard if you borrow 100, they'll give you 200.
Yeah, whatever.
But you don't have to pay the other 100 back.
That's right. Yeah,
It's really a
What
great deal.
And we are discussing things that are not approved by FDIC at all.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
This commercial is brought to you by, and we're not affiliated of.
You were telling me earlier that you had a little computer trouble.
Yeah, we do.
And we all have computer trouble, and you got some folks down at the Y working on that.
Yeah, our IT specialist is what we like to call him, is BWS, Jeremy Jackson, another Rotarian. Boy, they do great work, and they're responsive. That is important. You don't realize how important computers are till you don't have one.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't realize how important your phone is till it doesn't ring.
We know. We've had that problem recently at the radio station.
So it's to have people like Jeremy and his team, Bill Youngblood and the rest of the guys over there, they do a great job. And again, they are so responsive to your needs quickly to get there to take care of you.
Hey, a real crazy thing about I graduated with Jeremy and Bill was ahead of us. Well, I actually saw BWS being born at the Baptist Campus Ministries.
He's told that story.
At AUM
Yeah.
over 30 years ago.
How cool is that?
And that strange voice in the background is our very own Millser, Stacy Mills, our producer, who's doing a phenomenal job with
Keeping
doing
all
our
of
stuff
us alive.
today.
Yeah.
Keeping us live. Well, and I got to talk about my great friends at Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where the customers do the talking right after Kirk Mims gets through talking. Fantastic dealership.
Yeah, I have bought many a car from Puckett Chevrolet, probably too many. From Bruce Williams has always been my contact.
I was afraid you were going to mention that.
Yeah, Bruce Williams has always been my
He sold me two last year.
He is grew up. Another guy that I'm so old and been at the Y so long.
Yesterday,
Probably
was
so,
he as
yeah.
quick to bum
Yeah.
a free lunch?
He always would ask for 50 cents to get a drink out of the machine, and
Yeah.
he would have $1 in his pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how
Bruce.
he's, made good
That's how
money
he's doing
over
so
the years.
well today,
Yes.
yeah.
And,
Yes.
and we're going to talk about one more Rotarian who is a fantastic guy, even if he is an insurance agent. That would be Mitch Devers, State Farm.
Yeah, him and his what's the guy's name at State Farm? Jake.
Jake.
Jake's
Jake.
personal friend is Mitch Devers.
Yep.
At State Farm here in Prattville.
And Mitch is a threat to come to Rotary Club with some Jake stuff.
Yeah,
Souvenirs,
yeah.
coffee cups.
the
and
pins
stuff.
that we use when we do things are State Farm pins that he brought in.
Yeah.
One day because I had other pins that I think had another name on. He said not anymore.
Not
Yep.
anymore.
Nope.
So he threw those away and he put his State Farm pins out there.
But these folks are the core of our effort to raise money to put it back into this community. And we fund things that are so important, like the YMCA.
Our Y gives away $377,000 every year in scholarship money to
Scholarship,
kids
yeah.
who couldn't afford to come or families that couldn't afford to come. And it's because of people like we've been talking about. They're not just supporting the Y, they're supporting other things in the community as well, to include our Rotary Club and specifically the River Region Rodeo, which is going to be
these
a
are
great
kids that so need the YMCA. I'm very passionate about it because I know kids that just don't have, their parents don't have the resources to pay membership anywhere. But the YMCA is a great bargain, but without those scholarships, those kids would be on the street.
Yeah, the joy of my job is to be able to sit down with a family and say, hey, can you pay $20 a month? Well, if they can pay $20, we'll take care of the rest because of the generosity of a lot of people. And we have a lot of children that go home to empty houses in the afternoon because they may be a part of a single parent family, and mom or dad or whoever's working all they can do to support that family. So those kids need a place to go after school. They need a place to go all day in the summer, and that's what we do at the Y.
I think that's why it's special too. We're doing the kids rodeo this year.
Yeah,
that's
that's
going
gonna
to
be
be
cool.
an amazing addition to our rodeo event weekend.
Well, we're focused in Rotary Club giving away money on youth, on kids, and things that affect this community. I mean, and so I think at the last grant program we had, I think, Keith, you were involved in that, and we had another 7 or 8 grants that the Rotary Club was able to give away because of the money raised here.
Yeah, and those are, and everybody who works in a nonprofit like me thinks theirs, obviously think theirs is the best, but they're all good. It doesn't matter whether it's a Butterfly Bridge or it's the River Region Pregnancy Center or the Family Guidance, whatever it is, these are all good things, and all of them need help.
We just bought jerseys for the first ever girls football program at Prattville High School.
How could and what a great
They didn't have
year
any,
they had.
no funding.
And that's exciting too when you're able to help a group that maybe tends to get left out.
Right.
And so to be able to help those girls is going to be a great thing.
I want to personally thank you for what you do. And I don't want you to get all emotional, and I don't want it to go to your head.
Yeah,
But
don't worry.
nobody loves Prattville in this community and the kids of this community more than Keith Cantrell.
This community's been really, I've been at the Y 38 years now, and I'd never been in a YMCA until I went to be interviewed for that job. And I'm blessed because of a good man named Harvey Clark who was an original board member of our Y, who recommended me to Willis Bradford. And it's been a great blessing to see, and I'm now second generation people. I'm seeing kids of kids come through, and that's a lot of fun to be able to see a kid run down a basketball court and go, I remember when your daddy was running down the basketball court, and he was 4 years old.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. It's a lot of fun. I've been blessed. I tell you, the Y's been good to me, and the Y is good for this community.
A lot of good things going on associated with the rodeo. And Jesse, one more time, Tell us when it is.
It's going to be Friday and Saturday, June 7th and 8th. Y'all go ahead and get those tickets now at riverregionrodeo.org. Remember, those gates are going to open both nights at 5:30, and I mean, we are kicking stuff off when those gates open. Friday night's family night with inflatables, bounce houses, great concession stands, and some vendors.
Yum.
And then Saturday night, we're going to be kicking off the concert at 6 p.m. Y'all keep in mind, all of that's included with your rodeo admission tickets. So bring your lawn chairs, bring your picnic blankets, get ready to come have some family fun. And it will be the place to be in the River Region.
Same concert person as last year.
And I was going to,
That girl was pretty good.
Well,
That's the first time I'd ever heard her. She was really, really good.
Shining the sunshine up your pants
Yep.
leg. Now we need to thank Jessie
Exactly
for what
right.
she's doing for us.
Well,
It's fantastic concert, and you were so talented and so pretty and all that.
Well, thank you. And we are bringing back, we're actually upping the ante this year. So I've actually got 6 band members with me this year. So we are bringing back a full show again. We've got brand new music that we're going to be showcasing at this event. We have not done any of these live, so we're going to have brand new music off the new album up in Muscle Shoals. And, of course, the classic country favorites that everyone loves, probably some gospel tunes thrown in. And, we're just planning to have a good time, and we want everyone to come and enjoy. We'll have our trailer set up for hospitality. So, come by, say hello, and get pictures, and that's what this is all about. It's about community awareness.
Well, I want to let you know, you've been asking me to come up on stage with you and do some singing.
Yes.
And
Really?
I've been rehearsing, and I just want to let you know that I've got it down. So
You got it down. Okay. We're going to put
Dixie
you
Country fans,
Get
I'll
ready.
be up there with Jesse Lynn on Saturday night.
Mike Reynolds' debut.
Keith is shaking his head. G-Man,
Scary thought.
G-Man, you've heard me sing. What do you think about that?
Just be sure you take your shower head with you when you go.
The big benefits of strong
Okay, fun. That's
Days Bond Health Minute right after this.
Whether you're somebody
2024 Rotary Club Radio Day. Our Prattville studios are full of folks, including Mike Reynolds, Jesse Lynn, and some guests who are talking about the big event coming up next weekend. Guys, take it away.
Well, we are going to take it away, Jimmy, and you're a big Bammer fan, so you'll remember back in the day, Scott Hunter had a wide receiver, this was back in the 70s, that caught a lot of passes. His name was David Bailey. You remember him?
Do remember David Bailey. He
Well-
was a lot younger then.
Well, we've got David Bailey in the studio, but it ain't that David Bailey. David Bailey is he's the new market president for First Community Bank, and he's a member of the Rotary Club. David, you just moved up here from Enterprise.
From Lower Alabama, that's right.
And we love having you in the Prattville Rotary Club, love having you and First Community Bank here, and you showed up to defend your honor. You heard us on the radio talking about Randy Grissom paying people to come borrow money.
We're not doing that.
Oh, you're not? Oh, well, okay. I was
Let me
hoping.
straighten that out.
Yeah, I was hoping you would come in and say, well, we need to
We're
back
not going to try
y'all
to
up.
beat that
Triple
rate.
that.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going to try to beat that rate.
Well, David, welcome to Prattville. You've been here a few months, and you've enjoyed being in the Rotary Club.
I have. I really enjoyed it. People are nice, and I'm ready to get in the community, and I'm looking forward to this rodeo.
It's going to be good.
Well, last year was my first rodeo. It was Keith Cantrell's first rodeo, and
About my
I'm
1,000th.
I'm kind of hooked on it. Jessie Lynn is America's singing cowgirl, so she's only been to 1,000 rodeos.
Yeah.
I've heard big things about her. Now, I'm looking forward to hearing her.
I'm excited. It's going to be good. I had to go mess with him the other day at the bank because he had a check in possession that I needed to get. And then I need to bring you a check today for my property because y'all hold that account.
What was
with
the
me,
guy's
so-
name that went to prison under Jimmy Carter for check kiting? What was his name?
Something like that.
Well, we ain't doing that all.
No, not at all.
All right. David, your impression now of the Rotary Club. You've been a member now for about 3 months.
Right.
Tell us what you think about us.
Uh-oh.
Well, I really like the way that it's geared toward helping the children out. Everything you're doing, or it seems to me like
You're right.
everything you're doing is about the children and helping them in the community, which is it's great. Anywhere you go, that's what you want to build up from the ground up, and that's what you want to do is help the children out.
Well, thank you for reeling in First Community Bank as one of our partners this year, one of our sponsors.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate that very much, and just love having you in the club. And we've got Jesse. I think we've got. Was it a wild horse or a wild rodeo queen that he was going to ride? What?
Well, I think it's gonna be the horse option. What we had planned on doing was
I told you we'd
sticking
make you
him-
laugh, David.
what we planned on doing was sticking you on the horses that pull the chuck wagons while they're racing.
That's
Okay.
a little
Is
different. Mike.
what
A little
we
different. I got
planned. But I mean, hey,
Well, we're having fun today, obviously, but we're going to really have fun at the rodeo because we all show up to volunteer.
yes,
Josh, our president this year, Josh Pendergrass. Jamie's kind of the rodeo chairman because he was president last year when we did this. So those guys will assign us some duties. David and I, Stacy, will be maybe selling popcorn or running errands, doing whatever.
Yeah.
But the Rotary Club, we all turn out to enjoy this event because of the spectators and all the fun they have that come in the show.
absolutely. And you know, this year we're really beefing it up, and it's because of sponsors like David and First Community that we were able to up our marketing budget this year and really kind of go out in a robust way this year into the community and on the airwaves, and that's allowed us to have and bring about Family Fun Night on Friday, and then of course have the concert again this year. I mentioned earlier, you know, we're up in the ante on our end and bringing in 6 band members, so we're gonna have full sound show like we did last year, but it's going to be a little bit bigger. I'm bringing some of the best out of Muscle Shoals and out of Nashville for this concert event, and
Good deal.
they are excited. Last year was some of my guys' first rodeo as well, so they are like, "Is that the one that was in Prattville that we get?" I was like, "Yeah." So they're thrilled, and it's great when you can get folks from Nashville and Muscle Shoals excited about coming and playing in Central Alabama. I mean, it don't get much better than that.
It really doesn't, and let's just pray for good weather. We
Yes.
got to wrap it up. We've had a ball. Time has flown.
Yes.
And Jesse, just one more time, when and where?
So we're going to be having the River Region Rodeo Friday and Saturday, June 7th and 8th, right across from the Prattville Christian Academy campus. So that's 322 Old Farm Lane. Go ahead and get your tickets now at riverregionrodeo.org and be ready to have fun. Like I said, those gates are going to open at 5:30 each night. Friday's family fun night. Saturday, we're jumping the concert off at 6. Bring your lawn chairs. When those gates open, we're on a roll and we are rocking and rolling. So come on out, bring the whole family, bring your friends, and come spend some time with us June 7th and 8th.
Thank you, Jess. We're going to wrap it up. Keith Cantrell, thank you for doing what you do. And we'd like to invite folks to maybe consider the Rotary Club if they're looking for a civic club. And conveniently, we meet at the Bradford YMCA.
My attendance has gotten a lot better since we started meeting at the Y. It has helped. But I've been a member since 1993. It's been something that I've really, really enjoyed, just to connect with people.
Yeah.
If you want to connect, that's a great place to do it.
And they can do it today at 12.
12
'Cause we've
o'clock
got a
at the
meeting
Bradford
noon.
branch. We'll see you there.
Bradford YMCA on McQueen Smith Road. Come sit by me and David. Yep.
That's right.
Hey, folks, G-Man, we've had a great time. Thank you for hanging around a little bit longer this morning to allow us to spread the good word about the River Region Rodeo. River Region Rodeo.
My pleasure, and great job, guys. Appreciate you jumping in here and spreading the good word. And we do want to encourage everybody to get your tickets to the
David,
River
I've been
Region
saving
Rodeo.
that
It's going
line.
to be a fabulous event. That is going to wrap it up for us here on the Rise and Shine radio program, the extended version. Have yourself a great and wonderful day. Get out and enjoy some of the sunshine, but take us with you wherever you go. We are stacked up and backed up with all your country favorites coming your way. G-Man saying, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise too much, we'll see you tomorrow.